Folsom is one of the most desired areas in all of the Sacramento suburbs. And my buyers often ask me, where are the gated communities? Today, I'm going to show you 4 of them. I'm going to show you Lakeview Oaks, Hillcrest, Harvest, and Regency at Folsom Ranch. As always, I'm John Jackson, your neighborhood realtor here in the Sacramento area and all surrounding. That's Roseville, Rockland, Folsom, Dorado Hills in the greater Sacramento area. Like and subscribe my channel to receive all kinds of updates on lifestyle, schools, family events, and of course, real estate in what I think is the best place to land in all Northern California. Now, let's take a look at gated communities in Folsom. Take a look at my video a few weeks ago about gated communities in Dorado Hills, in which I pointed out the reasons people like gated communities. Number 1 would be safety. No one is coming into your neighborhood that is not a resident. Second, people tend to like the HOAs in these neighborhoods because oftentimes the HOA will maintain the front of your house and they keep the gate. They also will maintain just the general landscaping around the neighborhood, and people like that. Finally, people like in a gated community that there is very little traffic oftentimes. Since there are not as many visitors and there are not as many thoroughfares going through these communities, people notice that there's not as much traffic and there's not as much passing car activity. So if that's you and you want a gated community, let's take a look at these 4 right now. Let's dive in. The first one is going to be Lakeview Oaks. This is a gorgeous community that is set behind the fire station on Empire Ranch Road, which is the cutest fire station that you've ever seen. But that aside, Lakeview Oaks is an awesome neighborhood of semi-custom homes. These homes range from 2,700 to 5,000 square feet, and they are gorgeous. So if you like that modern type of feel, this is the place for you. Most of these are going to be 2-story homes, and a lot of them are set on a hillside, so you may go in at street level. There may be somewhat of a basement that goes out to the backyard, and people will use the downstairs area as a landing to go out to the pool, which oftentimes has a view of Folsom. These homes range from 1.5 million up to over 2 million, depending of course on the size, and the view is a big deal. So other positives about Lakeview Oaks. This neighborhood is super quiet. There are a couple entrances, but people are not generally going into Lakeview Oaks that do not live there. So you won't see a lot of traffic going on the streets here. Second, its proximity to Folsom Lake. A lot of the residents frequent Folsom Lake. Some of them may have a slip over at the lake or have their own boat that they take over, but the proximity to Folsom Lake is primo. You're talking 5 to 7 minutes and you're at a boat launch from Lakeview Oaks. Also within Lakeview Oaks, you're connected to a whole bunch of trails that actually will end up going out of the development, but these are great trails. They're actually paved, so you can bike on them, you can walk through them, and they wind through the neighborhood, and then they go out into greater Folsom, in and through Empire Ranch, and through the Folsom Trail system, which is expansive and awesome. Finally, the views of these homes are great. So some of them will of course face Folsom, which is the desired view for most people, but also some of them might face a green belt, some of them might face an open space. So Lakeview Oaks is going to be your luxury development. You want that home that has custom or semi-custom, high-end finishes, very nice contemporary modern design. Lakeview Oaks is for you. Second, let's talk about Hillcrest. So Hillcrest is close to Lakeview Oaks, but it's a little bit older. It was built in the early 2000s, and it's a little more established. So same feel, high-end luxury homes, but built just a little bit sooner. So if you like that more established neighborhood feel, Hillcrest might be a place for you. So Hillcrest is a great location. You're gated, of course, so there's no through traffic, but you are about 3 to 5 minutes from Costco, depending on where you are in the development. You're 5 minutes from the freeway, and you're only 2 to 3 minutes from the local high school. So if you have kids, this might be a perfect place for you to settle right here in Hillcrest, because everything is right there. But also when you're in the development, it's very quiet and you have your own privacy right there. So at Hillcrest, despite being a little bit more mature landscaping, you're going to find these homes to be more traditional in their style because of when they were built. Not only that, these homes are huge. So they're going to start usually at 3,000-ish square feet and go up to nearly 6,000 square feet, depending on where you are in the development. These homes are going to start at around 1.5 million and go well over $2 million for a price point. So with them being built in the early 2000s, one thing to keep an eye on when you're shopping in this neighborhood is, have they done upgrades and have they done renovations? So there may be some that haven't been touched since the early 2000s, so those will be outdated. And then some, of course, have been fully renovated in the last 25 years, and they look great, modern on the inside with all the new updated finishes and touches. There will be some sweeping views of Folsom all the way to Sacramento on a clear day. Gorgeous views, sunsets, and some will, of course, back up to greenbelts and open space, but no shortage of views here in Hillcrest. So if you want a quiet, upscale neighborhood with a great sense of community that's in a really good location, close to pretty much everything, Hillcrest is probably the neighborhood for you to take a look at. Next, let's look at Harvest. Harvest is a newer community built beginning in 2018 by Lennar, and this community has contemporary layouts, and it's built right next door to Empire Ranch Golf Course. So that affords for many great views and just that golf course style living if you happen to be on that side of the neighborhood. So with these homes being newer, you have contemporary layouts, smart features within the house, and you have solar on almost every home, if not every house in this neighborhood. And here you'll find 3 to 5 bedrooms, 2,400 to 3,700 square feet of living space. And since these homes were purchased by owners, as a lot of them the first owner, they got a dirt patch for the backyard, and they've totally redone that backyard. So a lot of pools, a lot of outdoor barbecues, and a lot of gorgeous outdoor living spaces. The lots aren't giant, but it's plenty of space in the back of outdoor activities, and it's just in a great location right next to the golf course. This one also does have an HOA. It's around $200 a month that maintains the common areas and the landscaping in general, and then maintains the gates that we're talking about today. So these will be a little bit lower price point than the first two communities we talked about. You're talking from about $900,000 up to 1.3, 1.4 million. Harvest is also located in great proximity to Folsom Lake. You're talking only about 5 minutes to some of the boat launches, and you can get over 2, and you can be in the water within 10 minutes from Harvest. So that's a huge selling point of this neighborhood. So if you're a family or professional and you want the gated community, a little bit of privacy and safety, but in a location that's close to the lake, near shopping, and in a good spot in Folsom, pretty centrally located, Harvest is a place for you to definitely look at. So for our last one, let's look at something a little bit different. That's Regency at Folsom Ranch. So this is the only gated community that we're going to talk about today that is on the south side of the freeway. All the other ones are on the north side. This is also the only one that we're going to talk about that is a 55 plus community. Well, I would say the highlight of this neighborhood is the clubhouse. The 18,000 square foot clubhouse here is awesome. Yoga rooms, exercise spaces, social rooms, places for clubs, and then of course the outdoor stuff. So you have pool, hot tub, bocce, tennis courts, and tons of pickleball. So a lot of the residents here at Regency spend plenty of time here at the gorgeous facilities. So all of these clubhouse facilities are included in your HOA membership with the community at large. Also is some of the yard work, and then the gates, of course, and common area maintenance. Now, since this is a 55 plus, everything is pretty low. There's no 2-story homes here, and your prices here are going to be anywhere from around $600,000 up to $900,000. So plenty of variety on your prices if you want a little bit smaller or a little bit larger, and features included. Now, pretty much none of these houses are going to have pools because of this gorgeous clubhouse facility. Most of the people just use this, but you may find a pool here and there. This is a very active neighborhood, a lot of social interaction. There's a lot of clubs, a lot of people walking around here, and a lot of people out. A very friendly neighborhood, very nice, interactive place to be a part of. The other thing is that this is super walkable to nearby trails. It connects to trails that are accessible to other parts of Folsom. So if you like being outside, if you like moving around, taking your dog outside, walking, biking down trails, this is perfect. Also on this south side of the freeway, they are doing a lot of building. So there are new things coming in every day, new stores, gas stations, and all that. So as the development continues, this neighborhood becomes even more of a good location because of its access to new neighborhood amenities in the place that it sits. So if you're 55 plus, and lifestyle and a great community atmosphere are important to you, along with some awesome amenities like where I'm standing right now, I think Regency at Folsom Ranch is definitely a place for you to check out. So there you have it, 4 gated communities here in Folsom. Gated communities offer a peace of mind to anyone who owns a home, and each of these 4 offers something different. So whether you want super high-end luxury like Hillcrest, or you're 55 plus and you want some great community activities, I would love to help you find just the right place for you and your family. So remember to like and subscribe my channel and reach out with the contact information that's in my bio. I look forward to hearing from you, and I'll see you on the next video.